Now for the pot selection, normally I believe this one will be the best one. And but since this is the very first repotting of the plant, I'm going to give it something bigger, just so you have more room to grow this very first time. And while I'm preparing the soil, I keep this plant kind of soaked in water, just to make sure that the root doesn't dry up. This is one of the precautions when doing this repotting in very hot day. Got the wire set, the mesh. For the soil, I use 50% regular garden soil that's labeled to be used by acid-loving plants. About 30% perlite, then 10% sand, 10% sphagnum moss. This is kind of just a new mix that I'm trying out for acid-loving plants. So I have the base of the soil set there. Now I'm going to place a plant. On top, work it down a little bit, and of course tie it. That's a nice looking root structure, you know. Okay, now I'm going to work some soil into the root ball. There's this root here, surface root, that kind of keep popping up. So if it's gonna pop up. So when it pop out, it's gonna dry up. So I don't want that to happen to the root. I think that's a very useful root. It could be my future surface root. So, but it's still, right now it needs to be covered. And this is in the back. I'm gonna use a rock just to keep that root down, just to make sure. For now. And here's the front. You can see eventually as I water, some of the roots is going to get exposed. This part, and it's just become part of the trunk. It looks like a trunk now actually. It's pretty, and it would be nice if in the future there's some kind of surface root coming out from here just to balance the design. Yeah, there's more surface root here as you can see. Okay, now to water, just going to use a fine mist first, so not to wash the soil away. I'm looking forward to enjoy this gardenia. I always wanted to have a gardenia bonsai. And a good suitable specimen is always hard to find. There is always, you know, multi-trunk, you know. It's hard to find one that has a nice and well-defined trunk like this one. So in the classic books, gardenia is really not mentioned for bonsai, but you know, in the modern bonsai, they are quite popular, and you can see them. They've been sold like this online and in some retail stores. Okay, I actually waited a little bit for the cuttings to dry up before applying this paste, some kind of bonsai paste for the wounds. do everything possible to keep the plant healthy. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here you have it. This is my gardenia bonsai of the variety claims hardy. There's a rock behind. It actually helped mask the inverse taper of the trunk. Went from potted nursery material into an okay looking bonsai for now. A little bit slanted toward the back. Of course, there's more refinement for the plant, but I'll save that for later. I think the plant had enough for today. You know, these branches can be maybe wired down a little bit here and there. And of course, I left more branches than I need. Later on, I can trim them off. But I think this is a good beginning for the plant. Thank you for watching. So this is it's going to stay at least 2 or 3 weeks in the shade, and then I'm going to move it to a semi-shaded area for it to grow. Thank you. Bye-bye.